design. And equally, if you are caught out of time, we are ready to go out of our leisure time just to satisfy you. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thanks for joining us. It's again another edition of Afrobuzz Buea. We are being live here from Shiloh Buea. And today we are being joined by Shiloh Printers and Services. Let's take a jiffy. We shall be back.
CMTV. Entertainment is never enough.
Welcome back. You are definitely following us from Boyatan, Bokwango, Bojongo, Bokwai, Bonduma, Moliko. Want to say you are welcome. I'm today joined by first Mr. Stanley Lema. He is a chief designer at Shiloh Printers, Buea branch. Hello Lema, good day and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure.
I like your smile.
Thank you. Always like that.
Something particular about designers, they see the world in a picture form. Do you hold that assertion also?
Of course, I do.
Okay.
I do.
So what is your impression about our studio?
I can say that the design is so perfect.
Okay.
The way everything has been put in place.
Okay.
It's
much
very,
talk about designing this day. You
Yep.
are a professional at the level of Shiloh Center. When we take a calendar like the one I'm holding, how long can it take you to design a calendar like the one I'm holding?
I will start by giving a concept about designing.
Okay.
You know, to become a designer, you first of all need to have the mindset of being creative.
Okay.
Creativity carries everything. When you are creative, you have the mindset of a designer.
Okay.
And coming to your question, before I have to design something, it always starts from the manuscript
Okay.
being brought by the customer. So
When you said we should just give you the idea, we should think you would design.
yeah, when you give me the idea,
Okay.
I put it
Okay.
by my own way.
Yeah.
Like I already see your information.
So before we introduce the order, how much time can it take you to do this kind of design?
I can say 1 hour.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 hour. Yes.
You are not alone. Besides you is Mr. Juan Donald. He is the marketing director or marketing manager. Which one do you go with?
Big titles. Titles.
Hi Donald, thanks for joining us.
I'm very happy to be here.
How are we today?
Very, very fine, thank you.
It's a hot afternoon in Buea.
Oh, really?
Unusual at the heart of the rainy season.
I'm having a great day in Buea.
I can see so. So when we talk of marketing manager, what does it mean? What do you do at Shiloh Printers?
In Pidgin, you will say Master Talk Talk.
Ah, okay. Okay.
But actually, a marketer is somebody who relates the company to the public
Okay.
and helps the company to relate to itself. So that's basically my job.
And throughout this program, we will be amazed to visit all the portfolio you have been able to meet who are now doing business with Shiloh Printers.
Yes.
And equally, we have brought in the studio some products here on the table that we will be talking about their specifications, their cost price, and much more. So many people up to now do not know you can produce books in Buea.
Yeah.
You can produce exam typing sheet or writing sheets in Buea, calendars, folders, and what have you. You are not alone, and the third but not the last person, of course, is our work coordinator at the level of Shiloh Printers. He is no other person than Mr. Otneil Manga. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Mr. Thank you very much. It's quite a privilege to be here today. It's really wonderful.
Some people think you are too handsome to be working in a printing house.
No, actually, printing house will beautify things as you will see here, and so definitely we need to relate the physicality with what we do.
So when we talk about work coordinator in simple terms, what does it mean?
Processing.
Okay.
Yeah, processing from start to finish, making sure the customer is satisfied.
And truly it's a process. Some 8 years ago, dear friend Mr. Munchere Tambel Akbel, the CEO of Shiloh Printers, came up with these wonderful ideas after working for Akwekam as branch manager for Bamenda for quite a long time. And he decided to put up this organization that is today providing foods in almost 200 households across the nation, and has the intention, in short, by October next month, to open the Yaoundé branch. And so if he is watching us, we want to seize this opportunity first to thank him for providing food in so many families across the country. We know how times are tough. If you can still secure your job at this very moment, you should be able to thank your employer. But beside that, the public-private relationship he has built with international recognized institutions back home, we shall be visiting some of the profile, and I think today you will learn a lot of things you did not know it exists besides you. And to key into this discussion, I want to bring the marketing manager to start talking about Shiloh as a name. Personally, when I put up this program, people write to me thinking it was a church program, till I told them, no, sorry, it is a printing house. And Mr. Donald, I want to bring you into the discussion. Why Shiloh?
Really, we are sorry to disappoint, but the name Shiloh stems out from the meaning of the name Shiloh itself.
Okay.
Biblically speaking, Shiloh means a place of rest, a place of nourishment, calmness, and positivity. So this name Shiloh comes into the business atmosphere to give customers the feeling of home. That's why when you came to Shiloh, you could see customers in the press playing with workers and having a good time. They felt like they were home. That is the essence of Shiloh Printers.
Okay.
That's the meaning of the name. It's not really because of the biblical part of it, really, but because of the meaning it carries.
A home place for all those who want to print. Where is it here in Buea? Let me bring in Lema.
Yeah, Shiloh Printers is located at, when you are going up to Buea town, is after UB Junction, behind the building HGBC Bank.
Okay.
And when you're coming down, going to My 17 is before UB Junction, as I mentioned, the SGBC Bank.
Beautiful. And still knowing about the environment, we want to bring in now Otniel. Otniel, with you, we want to understand who do you target at Shiloh Printers?
When we talk about Shiloh Printers, we're talking about the books, printing, and other services. So we are targeting everyone that has something to do with printing.
Okay.
No matter the word you're printing, as it goes with printing, you're the target for us.
Just to remind our viewers that there's a number on the screen you can contribute to this talk today. We are talking about the difference between offset and digital printing. What is the difference between offset printing and digital printing? And to start talking about this thematic, who wants to take the floor? Please tell us, what does it make? What is offset printing, for example, before we get to digital printing?
When we talk about offset printing, we are not talking. It has a preliminary stage.
Okay.
With computers.
Okay.
Where we do the designing, where we do the laying, like when it comes to a book like this.
Okay.
When you start with that, it has to go through the computer first. That's the digital phase. When we talk about offset, is when you separate it. Now there is a format they call the tracing, where it's not connected to the computer. Okay. Then it comes now into the press.
It's connected to what?
Directly it uses current. It has a plate, what they call a plate, where we use tracing to develop. We use the tracing, it's like a film. When you snap it, like when you have an image, it snaps on the plate. Then from there, now you put it in the machine where you have the offset machine. We have the Heidelberg MO, we have the Heidelberg GTO, we have the Heidelberg cord machine. So each of them have their sizes. The Heidelberg MO that runs the A4 and A3 sizes, from A5 to A3. Then we have the GTO, Heidelberg GTO, Heidelberg cord, and MO that will run from A to A1, the print from those various sizes. And they have those sizes, they have their plates. That when they snap on it, then we have the ink. Now when you fit that ink and paper in that machine, it rolls on and produces, and that's what we call offset.
Okay.
Yes.
Then on-set or digital printing?
Yeah, digital printing is when you do it on the computer, and you can do it on the computer and you print it directly on the printer connected to the computer.
Yeah.
And there are modern printers that are being connected directly that can do mass printing. Where I can design, and then the customer will just confirm everything, and somebody who can be there to see into it that the machine works or the printer starts printing. I will just send the command, and then the printer will start printing. That's digital, that's on-set, okay. Which is not from the tracing to the plate and to the offset.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be taking the messages as time goes by. This one says, good afternoon to you in the studio. Great work there. Thanks for bringing Shiloh Printers. I personally I used to think that it is part of Full Gospel Printing House. And it's just now I'm getting to know it's a full business. This is coming from Desmond. Desmond is writing us from Bokova. Okay. Thanks for being with us, Desmond. Keep sending your text message. We will now visit our studio to get the video of the industrial site of Shiloh so that you get to put an image on the work that you have heard so far. Stay with us. We'll be back.